Hey everyone, and welcome to APW Breaks. Today I am bringing you another postage help video. I got a request from my baseball card Discord server to demonstrate how to package a large number of cards for PWE shipping. I do a lot of set building, and oftentimes I will be shipping a lot of base in envelopes to people. And when doing that, you don't necessarily want to be spending the $4 to $5 that are necessary for bubble mailer with tracking shipping. So I'm going to show you today how I package up to 12 cards into a single plain white envelope, and I'm able to ship them with standard postage. So I'm going to show you two methods that I use. The first method is extremely simple. You just need a bubble mailer and, your stack of a bunch of cards. These bubble mailers are specifically designed for baseball cards, and so they're much smaller. They basically just fit a single thing. And literally all you got to do, just put your cards directly into the bubble mailer, seal it up, and then I will usually write the address down on a piece of white paper, tape it across the front, tape my postage up here, and put my return information and tape that as well. The one thing that you need to remember when you try and ship this way, you need to make sure that your package stays under 3 ounces, which is the maximum amount that you can have when you are shipping it with standard postage. And you need to remember that you have to add 44 cents for the non-machinable fee. So when post offices process your envelopes, they will use a machine to basically sort them instead of doing it by hand. That's one of the reasons why you will often see the words non-machinable written on the envelope or something similar. When they're in these packages, they are usually automatically just not machined, but you do have to pay additional postage, or otherwise it'll be sent back to you. Now, the other more complicated way that I will ship is using just a standard plain white envelope. What you need is you need a sheet of cardstock, you need 2 of these semi-rigid holders, and then you need some blue tape, which I've already pre-cut. So using this method, I have been able to ship up to 12 cards in a single plain white envelope. That's standard thickness cards, so just here's a couple of stacks of base. There's 6 each. If you're trying to do chrome, I wouldn't do more than 4. So what you want to do is you want to take your cards, put them in a stack. If you want to, you can sleeve them if that's at the request of the person you're trading with. I usually do not because they're just base. And then you want to take them, and you want to kind of center them in your rigid sleeves so that they are nice and set. Next thing you want to do, take a piece of tape over the top. When you have a lot of cards in here, there's always the potential that the cards will slip out of the top and then get damaged, so putting a piece of tape over it helps mitigate that damage, or mitigate that potential. If you have team bags that fit these semi-rigid sleeves, not all of them do, but if you do have them, I would recommend using them. I like using team bags. They sort of waterproof the package in case, your paper envelope is being transported through the rain, whatever. So then the next thing you do is you want to take your cardstock and you're going to want to fold it letter style like this. You will take one of your little packages of the semi-rigid and align it to the left or the right, whichever one you want, and then take 4 pieces of tape to secure your semi-rigid to the cardstock. Next thing you do, you take your second one, line it up, make sure that you don't have the cards overlapping one another, so the cards on this basically end right about here and right about here. And so it's fine to overlap the, the thin parts on the semi-rigid, but don't do the cards because you want to try and stay under the quarter-inch limit on these cards. Otherwise, you have to pay the non-machinable fee. So I'll take the 4 and then just fold it up. I am actually out of number 10 envelopes at the moment, but basically this is the package that you have. You'll put it inside your envelope, you'll stamp it, you'll have it already pre-addressed because you don't want to write on the cards, and then you'll have your return information on it as well, and then you can just put it in and send it. As long as this stays below 1/4 of an inch, you can pay regular postage. So this parcel itself, going up to 12, if you were to weigh it on a scale with those normal ones, it comes out to just about 2 ounces. So you can get away with just a 2-ounce stamp as opposed to a 3-ounce stamp. If you were to do the same, if you were to try and send the same thing with using, say, top loaders, those weigh significantly more and you probably end up having to pay 3-ounce postage. But doing it this way lets you basically send up to 12 cards for about 90 cents, plus whatever your packaging materials are. So yeah, that is how I will typically package a lot of cards to try and send. There's a lot of rigidity to this. It will still machine. I've never had any of these ever returned to me when I've packaged them this way, and I think it works really well. So I hope you learned something. Please go ahead and leave a comment if you have questions or comments. And if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. All right, thank you everyone.